Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. I am Dr. Aisha Rashid Khan from Southern Business School, University of Southern Punjab, Multan. Today we are starting our 8th chapter, Human Capital Management Strategy. The learning objective includes define human capital management and differentiate it from strategic HRM. Explain the aims and objectives of human capital management. Understand the link between human capital management and business strategy. Analyze how matrices and evidence-based HR practices contribute to organizational performance. Apply conceptual and practical examples of human capital management in real organizations. And the introduction to human capital management and the definition includes human capital management is about collecting, analyzing, and reporting data on people to guide decisions that improve organizational performance. It goes beyond basic HR tasks like payroll or hiring. It asks, how do our people contribute to business success? How can we measure and maximize that contribution? Key idea, people as assets, not costs. In traditional accounting, employees are often seen as a cost. Salaries, benefits, training, expenses. Human capital management flips this concept. Employees are assets who generate value, just like machines, patents, or financial investments. Assets are things you invest in to grow value. Human capital management encourages organization to invest in people through training, engagement, and retention because this creates empowerment. Advantage example, a company that trains its engineers in AI tools doesn't just spend money. It is investing in skills that will generate future innovations. And profits, differentiation from strategic HRM. Strategic HRM focuses broadly on aligning HR policies with the overall business strategy. For example, if business strategy expand globally, strategic HRM ensures HR recruits international talent, develops global leadership skills, etc. The emphasis is on alignment. Human capital management focuses on measurement, matrices, and proving value of people practices. For example, if training is provided, human capital management will measure, did it improve productivity? Did it increase customer satisfaction? What is the ROI? The emphasis is on evidence and value creation. Let's share an conceptual example. Think of financial capital, money invested in machinery, stock or real estate. Firms measure how much is invested, what return is generated, what risk involved. Human capital management implies the same logic. To human capital implies skills, knowledge, creativity, and experience. Instead of just hiring and training, human capital management tracks how much value employees create, how training improves performance, how engagement reduces turnover. And the example is that if a company spends $50,000 on employee training, human capital management would measure whether productivity increase enough to justify or exceed that investment. The defining characteristics of human capital management includes matrices-driven approach, decision based on data, not assumptions. Traditional HR often relied on intuition or experience. I think training will help. Human capital management offer, however, is data focused. It collects and analyzes numbers before making decisions. Example matrices, turnover rates, cost per hire, employees engagement scores, training, ROI, absenteeism. This ensures that HR decisions are objective, measurable, and business focused rather than based on guesswork. Evidence-based HRM providing the ROI of HR practices, every HR activity, training, recruitment, rewards, etc. Cost money. Human capital management insists on measuring whether these initiatives bring value. ROI, return on investment, becomes the test. Did training improve sales performance? Did flexible work arrangement reduce turnover and increase productivity? This creates accountability. HR isn't just a support function, it's a value creator that can prove its impact. Strategic investments in people, engagement, retention, talent management, and research and development. Just like businesses invest in new technologies or machinery. Human capital management stresses investing in people, and the key areas includes engagement, motivated employees work harder and stay longer. Retention, keeping top talent reduces hiring cost. Talent management, identifying and developing high potential employees. Learning and development, continuous training, keeps skills relevant, supports innovation, and prepares future leaders. For example, Google is famous for using people analytics, sometimes called HR analytics. It doesn't just assume what employees need, it uses data to find answers, collect employee surveys, productivity data, and retention statistics, analyze patterns, example, what makes employees stay or leave, what boosts team performance, resulting policies. Flexible working arrangements increase productivity and job satisfaction. Continuous learning programs, employees constantly upgrade their skills, fueling innovation. Why it matters? Google shows that data-driven HR, human capital management, can directly influence business success by keeping employees motivated, innovative, and productive. And the aims of human capital management has 4 key objectives. Measure impact, show how people contribute to business performance. Value of money, prove ROI of HR practices, example training effectiveness. Strategic guidance, use human capital management data to shape HR and business strategies. Improve effectiveness, design practices that make people management more efficient. For example, a bank implements a leadership training program. Human capital management evaluates whether it improved branch performance, for example, sales, growth, customer satisfaction, human capital management, and business strategy. The link, human capital management is not just about HR, it bridges people, strategy, and business strategy. Effective human capital management ensures that HR practices directly support business goals, such as innovation, cost leadership, and growth. And the ways to link human capital management with business strategy include evidence-based justification. Use matrices to show the impact of HR practices, for example, measuring how succession planning reduces leadership gaps. Analyzing people, implementation of strategy. If strategy is innovation, HR must support creativity, research and development, teams, training. If strategy is cost leadership, HR must focus on efficiency, lean staffing, productivity measures. Relating business results to HR practices. For example, linking customer satisfaction scores with employees' engagement, survey results. Illustrative frameworks include, imagine a company pursuing market expansion, business drivers, entering new regions. HR human capital management requirement includes cross-cultural training, local talent hiring, and the metrics include time to hire. Retention rates of new employees. If strategy is digital transformation, business driver, technology adoption, HR human capital management requirement, reskilling employees, digital literacy programs, metric, percentage of workforce certified in new technology, impact on process efficiency. The practical case example includes Cadbury Schweppes task force example. Human capital highlighted that success depends on employees' competence. People for performance link made transparent to stakeholders. International business management use analytics to measure skills gap across the company, aligns training investment with business priorities. For example, cloud computing. Number third, Toyota links lean production strategy with human capital management by focusing on continuous employee training, teamwork and problem solving skills. And the challenges in implementing human capital management includes risk of too much focus on measurement without action. Organization may spend excessive time collecting, analyzing HR training hours, but fail to translate insights into action. Data alone does not create value. How the company acts on it does. For example, a company measures employee engagement every quarter but never addresses the problem employees raise. This leads to frustration and distress, making employees disengage, even more difficulty in proving direct. Caution between HR practices and performance, and the business results like profit or market share are influenced by many factors: competition, economy, and technology. It's hard to prove that HR practices alone cause the improvement. For example, a sales team receives customer service training. Sales goes up, but was it the training, a new marketing campaign, or seasonal demand? This makes it challenging for HR to justify investments purely through human capital management. Data requires strong alignment between HR professionals and business leaders. Human capital management only works if HR and business leaders collaborate closely. HR must understand business goals, growth innovation, cost leadership, and design people strategies that support them. Without alignment, HR may collect great data but fail to influence strategic decisions. For example, if HR focuses on employee wellness but business strategy is rapid global expansion, leaders may not see HR contribution. Alignment ensures HR efforts directly support organizational goals, and the conclusion is that human capital management is more than HR. It is a strategic management tool. Treating people as assets to be invested, it can provide long-term competitive advantage. The future of human capital management lies in evidence-based strategies that clearly link HR practices to business outcomes. And the questions to be discussed: how does human capital management differ from traditional HRM and strategic HRM? Can you think of a company that successfully aligned its people strategy with business strategy? And what challenges might organizations face in measuring human capital effectively? Think about it. Thank you.